The public conversation around AI is currently fixed on software. Chatbots and image generators dominate the headlines, framing the boom as a purely digital event. But none of that code functions in a vacuum. Every prompt, every query, and every generated pixel requires millions of physical transistors firing in unison across massive server farms. Right now, the global demand for that computing power vastly outpaces the supply. Companies are buying up server space faster than the tech industry can physically produce it. The critical bottleneck of artificial intelligence isn't writing better algorithms. It is the complex, material process of manufacturing the machines required to run them. While retail consumers focus on the latest apps, elite venture capitalists are pointing their capital directly at the metal. This chart compares typical early-stage tech funding rounds against a massive market outlier. A relatively unknown startup named SambaNova recently secured a staggering $1 billion in a single raise. That injection of capital pushes their total valuation to $11 billion, turning a quiet hardware manufacturer into a massive, privately held unicorn. The scale of this raise suggests that professional investors are tracking a technical requirement that the general public has yet to notice. During the 1849 gold rush, the prospectors panning for gold often went bankrupt. The people who built guaranteed generational wealth were the merchants supplying the picks and shovels. We are seeing the exact same economic rule applied to the modern AI boom. Tech giants are burning billions trying to find the perfect software model, while infrastructure companies collect the real revenue. SambaNova sells the modern shovels. They engineer custom AI chips and construct the massive liquid-cooled server racks those chips slide into. The company was founded by former Oracle engineers, people who spent their careers building the heavy back-end architecture for massive corporate databases. They designed SambaNova specifically to be the primary supplier of heavy machinery for enterprise-scale artificial intelligence. The current standard computer chips are hitting a physical wall. They simply cannot process the sheer volume of data required by modern neural networks fast enough. A standard CPU processes tasks sequentially. A GPU divides tasks across parallel lanes, handling more at once. Expanding this, we see a third lane, the custom AI accelerator. Built by SambaNova, it processes complex data exponentially faster than traditional GPUs. General-purpose chips waste massive amounts of electricity on irrelevant calculations. For enterprise-scale models, efficiency is the only metric that matters. If a global corporation wants to scale its artificial intelligence without melting its local power grid, specialized, bespoke hardware is a mathematical necessity. Right now, NVIDIA holds a near monopoly over the general AI chip market. They are the incumbent giant defining the standard. Legacy hardware manufacturers like Intel and AMD are spending billions in an aggressive arms race just to maintain relevance in this space. SambaNova's strategy is entirely offensive but highly targeted. Instead of fighting NVIDIA for the general consumer market, they are locking down a specialized sector. They leave the flashy, public-facing applications to others, focusing exclusively on back-end, enterprise-grade infrastructure. Their ultimate goal isn't to kill NVIDIA. It is to dominate the unglamorous, highly lucrative hardware systems of the Fortune 500. Artificial intelligence is migrating from an experimental novelty into the foundational nervous system of the global economy. The global financial sector requires immediate, localized computing power to parse thousands of market variables and execute complex security protocols in real time. The healthcare industry requires specialized hardware directly on site. When processing surgical analytics, a split-second lag from a remote cloud server is an unacceptable risk. Deploying AI across these massive global sectors requires heavy physical machinery installed on site. That is where the trillion-dollar payout actually lies. SambaNova's billion-dollar funding round serves as a direct market signal. It reveals exactly where institutional capital is moving as the tech industry pivots toward physical builds. This unprecedented level of capital investment clearly indicates that the massive industrial infrastructure phase is only just beginning. Long after the current software platforms are replaced, the physical networks processing the data will remain. The ultimate winners will be the companies building those machines. As the industry shifts from code to silicon, the question is no longer who has the best chatbot, but who will own the machines that run them.